Kia ora koutou and welcome to the Southern Business Growth and Support Virtual Conference. My name is Angela Caves. I'm the Digital Events Manager for Digital Boost. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to join us. It's wonderful to have you here. With me this afternoon, I've got my collaborating partner from Connected, Elizabeth. Elizabeth is going to take us through some housekeeping and then invite our guests to present to us this afternoon. Thanks, Elizabeth.
Nā tātou katoa, no kaitahu, no kotirana, no ingarani o kutupuna. Ko takitimu te waka, ko kaitahu te iwi, ko tākou te marae. I tipu ake au I o te poti, e noho ana au I tāhuna. Ko Elizabeth Trevathan taku ingoa. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. So kia ora everybody, welcome along again. So just on a couple of wee housekeeping notes, you will notice that you can see and hear us. We aren't able to see or hear you at home. So should you have any questions, comments, feedback, anything at all, please feel free to pop it into either the chat box or the Q&A box. So if you look down the bottom of your Zoom screen, you'll see those two options there. And we will do our very best to get through all of those towards the end of the presentation. So I have the pleasure to welcome along Claire and Mel today from Te Kupeka Umaka Māori ki Āraiteuru. So thank you very much for joining us. And without further ado, I'll hand over to you to introduce your wonderful service to everyone today.
Kia ora, kia ora. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Ko waia hau, hei uria hau o Tainui, no kawhia o Kutupuna, ko Ngāti e Kairo te iwi, ko Waipapa te marae, ko Claire Porima toku ingoa, he tumuaki o te Kupeka Umaka Māori ki Āraiteuru ahau, no KUMA. So kia ora everyone, it's fantastic to be here. Thanks for joining us and thank you for the beautiful introduction to us. So my name is Claire Porima. I am here today as the chair of the Maori Business Network for Otago and Southland. I love business, I love entrepreneurship. It's fantastic just to see innovation, creativity flourishing amongst our people. I particularly love seeing our whānau determining what difference that they want to make in the world through their businesses. So I have a business of my own as a leadership and career coach. I work for organisations and with people from around the motu to support their professional growth and development so that they become the best versions of themselves. Mel, okay, so Mel, I'm going to hand over to my friend and colleague to introduce yourself. Kia ora.
Tēnā koutou katoa, ko tangaroa whakamanamana te maunga, ko mahuhu ki te rangi te waka, ko wairoa te awa, ko Ngāti whātua te iwi, ko tiuria hau te hapu, ko waikaratu te marae, ko Mel right taku ingoa. Kia ora everybody, my name is Mel and I have the privilege of being the kairakuruku or coordinator for KUMA in Tāhuna, Wanaka and Central Otago. I work alongside Kerry Limmer, who covers Otipoti and Murihiku, and I love nothing more than supporting our business and talent whānau to grow and be successful no matter what that looks like for them. So I look forward to speaking a little bit more about that very soon, but I'm just going to hand back to Claire for now.
Kia ora Mel. So we're going to start off today's talk just with a short presentation about KUMA's early years, how it was established, and a few of the stories around the beginning of what was happening at the beginning of KUMA coming into being as a Māori network down here. And then we're going to go through to Mel, who's going to tell you more about what is happening around the region and talking to you about some of our members and some of the things that you might expect from joining the Māori Business Network. Kia ora. So this quote is a quote from Associate Professor Manuka Henare, who was an eminent academic and historian who specialised in looking at the history of Maori business, Maori innovation. And in doing so, he gave us a much greater understanding of and appreciation of what it is to be Maori and to be in business. And with that came looking at modern contemporary business through a treaty lens, and looking at what a treaty-based economy would be like for Māori. So in a sense, it was aspirational. The work that he did, and this particular quote, I think, is just a reminder of our tupuna's aspirations for ourselves, and a very strong encouragement to all of us that we should keep doing what we do. So without the Māori businesses, there can be no Māori economy, and without the Māori economy, there is no prosperity. So that's what we are aiming for in future, is the health, the well-being and the prosperity of our particular members of the community, being Māori businesses. Okay, Mel's in charge of the slides here, so she's clicking all over. So how did KUMA come about? Well, there was a lot happening leading up to the KUMA's establishment in 2005. Over the previous decades, there were Māori economic developments, such as the fisheries settlement or the Sea Law deal, for example, that was made in 1992 with Ngāi Tahu. And it was developments like that that were tiriti focused and equity focused that really made the country and the people who are making decisions sit up and take notice of Māori aspirations. And then, of course, in the late 1990s, there were the Tainui and then the Ngāi Tahu treaty settlements in the late 1990s. So we know, and I've already mentioned about the work that was done by Associate Professor Henare and many others, that through history there was always a Māori economy and Māori innovation. And we know that from all of our stories, from navigation, planting, knowledge of the stars, knowledge of the natural world and so forth, and the engagement of Māori with visitors to Āraiteuru, as well as trading that happened between Āraiteuru and Australia and back up into the Pacific, and even across to South America. But at that particular time in history, in the 2000s, it wasn't that long ago, it was contemporary history, Māori enterprise was definitely on the rise, and it was becoming much more visible and impactful than it had been for quite some time. So these changes led to organisations investing in businesses. There was private investment in businesses, the establishment of government programs like the Māori Business Facilitation Service. There was research and enterprise funding that came from organisations like Potama Trust, Callaghan Innovation, and other startups and business incubators. So here in Te Taitonga, Ki Tonga, in the south, a network was established by Māori professionals, mana whenua, and business people to promote those opportunities and to encourage new enterprises. So KUMA was established, as I said, in 2005 as a not-for-profit charitable enterprise with a constitution and an annual business plan and a 2 to 5 year rolling strategic plan that the board gets together to decide on periodically. So we are the KUMA board that helps to run KUMA, make sure everything's operating and that there is good governance. our board members are drawn from across the region. We currently have board members in Ōtepoti, Waihopai, Tāhuna, Wanaka, and all of them are business operators themselves with we've got years of business knowledge. So you can see here a picture of our current board for 2022 in that picture. We know that being in business can be incredibly challenging. It's a challenge to us as individuals, it's a challenge structurally, systemically, dealing with all the things that are happening around us, it's operational, and so many other things that can challenge us. But it's really important not to let me put you off by that, because that is where having a community or a network of people who can support you and wrap around you really helps you to face those challenges and discover new opportunities. So the members of KUMA who speak to us often talk about the value of belonging to a business network with a strong Kupeka Māori foundation. And our partners, KUMA has partners in the wider community who are not Māori, say the same thing, that it is important that we're connecting up and talking to each other. Now, sometimes we get asked about the criteria for belonging to KUMA, and the questions that come to us are things like, do I have to actually have a business to be in KUMA? Do I have to have started a business to be in KUMA? Do I have to have turned over more than 50,000, 60,000, or 80,000 in revenue? Does my business have to be 50% Māori owned? And these are all really good questions. But I would say this to you: if you are Māori and you work in a business or an enterprise or an organisation, you can belong to KUMA. We also have, as I mentioned before, we have partnerships with others who are not Māori. We have organisations that belong to KUMA as members. They range from tertiary institutions to civic organisations to not-for-profit organisations and so forth. So it is a collective of Māori who, like that quote said before, is working towards the flourishing of a Māori economy. And that is particularly important in Otago and Southland, which has such a diverse population spread, as well as so many different types of businesses and industries that are down here in the South. So please, if you're stuck with any of those questions, please reach out to us and ask us, and we'd love to welcome you into KUMA. If you're looking to set up a business, you have to have a New Zealand business number and go online to apply for that. I really want to encourage you, if there's one thing I just want to put a bit of a plug in here, that when you're registering your business as to get a business number, please tick the box that you are a Māori business. It's really important in terms of the gathering of statistics that we know where Māori businesses are, how many businesses there are out there, so that we can advocate for resources to the business sector, and those resources can flow back to you along with support and even government policies that are made on the basis of those of that data. So if you don't do anything today, just make sure that you go back in tomorrow and tick that box that you're a Māori business. So some of the aspirations for KUMA, or one particular, the aspiration for KUMA is to have a vibrant and connected and thriving Māori business community. We can achieve that by helping each other, using our collective knowledge in supporting individual success. And that success might vary greatly between each of us. What does success look like to you? What does success look like to your whānau or your hapori, your marae? All these are really important questions, and together those are the kind of things that we discuss and share our knowledge about that. So joining joining KUMA, you can take advantage of wānanga that we have, how that might look for you if you're a startup business, for example, or even just at the business ideation stage. There are a network of people, as I said, you can talk your ideas through with them. This can help promote confidence and give you the encouragement to adapt your business idea or to keep going with it, to grow your knowledge base, and perhaps more importantly, so many of the people who join KUMA talk about how they have a place and they have a presence in the business community. And that's a really great foundation for all of us to be. And if you're a growing business, KUMA can provide a connection to different opportunities to widen your business networks, who you know, who's out there, facilitating meetings with service industries who provide tax or legal, financial, insurance advice, marketing as well. So that's really important as you're growing your business, because suddenly things become so huge that all the different things that you have to do to be able to have some quick answers and learn from other people's experiences is a big advantage. And then for the established businesses, it might be about growing leadership skills, or it might be about sharing management issues, or growing. A lot of people start a business and then find out that they're managing staff, and it's a lot of those transitions as you grow your business or understand your business is really can sometimes be a bit confusing. So it's really good to actually be able to listen to other people and find out what they're doing. So yeah, so in a sense, I guess we talk about it as a circular kaupapa of both learning and growing and then giving back to the community. So where are we up to? What might you expect from KUMA? Here, I just want to run through some of the things that KUMA has been involved in lately. We have run the annual business awards, so you might have heard about them. There's a beautiful picture on the screen of Tangaroa Walker from Farm for Life, who was the recipient of the 2021 Tohu Maumahara Award. The Suzanne Spencer Tohu Maumahara Award has been named in memory of a wonderful kuia who worked tirelessly to support Māori businesses in Otago and Southland, and really as a signal of KUMA, the collective network's gratitude for the support that she gave to Māori businesses. And I think Mel's going to talk a little bit more about Māori Business Awards for 2022 later. Some of the projects that we have happening in KUMA that you might expect to see when you're joining us, or if you're already a member. Many of you will be familiar with the current building boom in Otago, and particularly the hospital build. So in Dunedin, with the support of Te Puni Kōkiri, we have provided a joined up approach, wanting to connect some of our smaller trading businesses or trades businesses and other businesses so that they have a greater chance to get access to government tenders under GETS. You can pick up businesses that others, while they're tied up with a hospital build, might leave a space for, smaller builds, even residential houses or renovations and so forth. So we have facilitated through that social procurement funding, health and safety certification, for example. We've run business pricing sessions. We have, again, made business introductions to the larger trades companies that are involved in the hospital build. And on top of that, we have been, through Te Puni Kōkiri support again, providing cadetships which support professional growth within a business, so that the business owners themselves, as well as perhaps some of their staff, might have access to funding so that they can build their capability. Because if you're in business, you know that sometimes it's really hard to build your own professional growth and development. So those cadetships, which will continue as the government has announced in its latest budget, will continue through the next few years. So that's really valuable. But if you're not in trades, and you might be thinking, okay, this is all talking about the building and construction work, this huge hospital bill can very much include so many other Māori businesses. You might not be working specifically on the hospital build, but you might be in accommodation services or catering. We are actually desperately short of people in the transport sector and doing social and cultural projects, running logistics, storage, manufacturing, recycling, sustainability, training, and project management, and particularly middle to senior management. So you can see that across a whole range of different, there are a whole range of different opportunities there for Māori businesses, and with the network we can help connect you into that. Just a little, perhaps a little bit, makes it a little bit easier than doing that yourself. We also have a coaching mentoring program. Supporting wahine Māori in business is incredibly important. Many of our wahine in business are mama, her kuia, and taua, and they sometimes, many of us are also distant from our hapori, from our marae, from our hapu, and KUMA, through this business coaching and mentoring program, can do something that is in some way positive to help connect people and help work through the challenges that we all face from being in business. So I just want to conclude with this quote from Tracy, who is, such an incredible businesswoman in Āraiteuru and has had such an impact on the growth of Māori enterprise and business. There is a new story about Māori business, and it is emerging now. And it will continue to grow, and it will continue to tell new stories all the time. So I really hope that the people who are listening to this, if you're listening to this whānau, that you're creating your story that can be shared with others, that contributes to your goals and aspirations of your whānau, hapu and iwi. So I really want to encourage you on this crazy, crazy ride that is being in business, to have fun, to connect, and always whae koe te iti kahurangi ki te tuohu koe me he maunga te, always strive to be your best. There's a wealth of experience in the KUMA community for you to draw on and contribute to, and I really hope that I'll see you there at some of our wānanga in the future. So now, my friends, I wouldn't normally leave a presentation, but today is a very busy day in Ōtepoti, and there are some important people in town, our Maori cabinet ministers. So on behalf of KUMA, we are holding a wānanga with them, and that starts in approximately 5 minutes, and this is a 10-minute town. So I need to actually say farewell to all of you and hand over to Mel, who's going to take you through the rest of the presentation and learn a lot more about KUMA. Nō reira, tēnā koutou katoa.
Kia ora, Claire. Firstly, I'd like to say a huge thank you to our wonderful chair, Claire. She is shooting off to a minister's hui, so I'm very grateful that she was able to be here with us as well. As I said earlier, my name is Mel, and I'm the KUMA coordinator for the Queenstown, Wanaka and Central Otago region. I work alongside Kiri Lima, and she covers the Ōtepoti and Murihiku region. So what does our membership look like? We have this wonderfully diverse membership, and it spans construction, fitness and farming, tourism, hospitality, health, hauora, design, sustainability and consultancy, and that really is just naming a few. Because we do have such a diverse membership in whānau, we are really, really keen to hear what our whānau need from us. So we all know that everything's changed post-COVID, so we are currently in the process of holding whānau hui. We're holding these across our regions to hear what you need, as well as to tell you what opportunities that we have for you. So far in Tahuna, Queenstown and Wanaka, the overall themes that are coming through have been around whanaungatanga, getting to know one another, making connections and supporting connections, supporting one another to thrive, and having this safe space to share and grow our businesses as a collective. What we've been told is that our whānau would really like that space to share and collaborate. They've also told us they'd like to connect with each other, to do more things together, to connect with more businesses and talent in the area, and to share and support one another. We often find that people need that safe space to talk and be vulnerable, and we're proud to be able to provide that, as well as connect our businesses and talent with extra support that they may need. So off the back of these whānau hui, we're having regular hui opportunities across the regions for connection. We're also very excited to be hosting the KUMA Business Awards in Tahuna this year. This is a fabulous opportunity for our members and community to connect, and as well as being able to celebrate the success of our members. This will be held in September. So please do keep an eye out on our social media pages for more information, and we would love to see you there. And do feel free to reach out personally to me as well. I'll have contact details available at the end of this. So we truly believe in and value the power within each of us to create change. We uplift others and provide for our whānau and hapori. So we know that being in business is one of the hardest things you'll ever do. It's also one of the most rewarding things you'll ever do. KUMA are here to support you, to support your business. So recently and moving forward, we are and have been holding regular open office days. This is an opportunity to connect one-on-one with our team in a space where you can be open and honest and authentic. We will support you and connect you with other organisations where it's appropriate. And this could be anything from marketing and HR to funding to accounting and business growth and hauora, or being well in your business. So sometimes what's actually needed is a kōrero and a cup of tea, just to provide that confidence and clarity and connection. We are active on social media, so you'll find us if you search KUMA on both Facebook and Instagram. So please do keep an eye out for upcoming events in your area. You'll also be able to keep up to date with what we've been up to, see what some of our amazing members are doing as well. So if you prefer to use email, do email me. I'm happy to add you to our emailing list. And just to let you know, in the next few weeks we do have hui in Wanaka and Murihiku, and we would really, really love to see you there. We totally believe in the uniqueness and power of mātauranga Māori to enrich our lives. So KUMA supports events and initiatives that uplift and serve the needs of our community. So what exactly can we provide? Well, some examples, we can connect you to funding and support opportunities, help with translating those application forms. We recently held a funding workshop in Tahuna. This was great for whānau to be able to ask questions around application writing. We've recently been hosting Minister Jackson in Tahuna a few weeks ago, and today Māori Cabinet Ministers in Ōtepoti, which is where Claire's rushed off to. This is another really great opportunity for us to be present and to showcase our Māori businesses, and the general theme seems to be that they're really surprised how many Māori businesses there are down here. We're very grateful for the opportunity for our members to have that visibility and to be able to showcase their business. Dunedin in Ōtepoti has recently had a graphics and social media workshop, whilst here in Tahuna we've been able to put some people through an entrepreneurship program, and this was actually delivered by one of our members. So this has given whānau the tools and knowledge to actually get started in business. We do have one-on-one business coaching available. We've had fantastic support via regional business partners for all sizes of businesses. And again, and this is just a sample of what's available. So whatever the age or size of your business, KUMA are a kaupapa Māori business network that can add value and support you in a number of ways. So I will begin to wrap up. I do really encourage you to connect. We'd love to support you to grow your professional capability and grow your confidence, and just to know that you have someone to talk to ask to learn from, and to have a culturally safe space to be Māori and to grow your business. KUMA have the whakatauki kia tipuatahi ai, let us grow together. And I really look forward to supporting our current whānau and those to come to be successful, no matter what that looks like to them. You'll be able to see on your screen now our contact details. For membership, you're able to join via our website, so www.kuma.co.nz. If you have any general questions or you'd just like to connect, you want to find out more or just have a chat, I'm more than happy for you to contact me. You can contact Kiri as well in Otipoti Murihiku, but I do understand, having seen me today, that you might want to contact me, so go ahead. To Elizabeth and the team, thank you so much for having us. We very much appreciate the opportunity to connect today, and I do really look forward to hearing from anyone that would like to hear more. So I will hand you back to Elizabeth. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa.
Kia ora, Mel. Thank you very much for that. So we have got a couple of questions through from our audience. So one was, what is the membership fee to join up to your wonderful?
The membership fee is across the board 150 plus GST per year.
And then what opportunities are you seeing at the moment for Māori businesses down in this wee part of New Zealand?
So many. There's just so many opportunities for Māori business right now. So we're just seeing this huge growth in our Māori economy. Our government are working very hard to make sure that Māori are included in opportunities. There are other organisations supporting in this as well, which I know you're going to hear from as well. Obviously, Claire's talked about the boom in construction and trades. Māori have always been involved in business, particularly in Otago and Southland, but we're definitely seeing a growth phase which contributes to our Māori health and wellbeing. And it's just very exciting to see so many people growing their current businesses and starting new ones and having the confidence to do that as well.
Yeah, it's great. COVID's been tough, but I think in a way it's brought out that innovation in people, hasn't it?
It has, hasn't it? It's just really, really exciting to see.
Yeah, fantastic. And another question was, if you're not a Māori business, but you're looking for support in terms of making sure that you're honouring te tiriti and needing support in that kind of space, is that something that KUMA can assist with?
And so we don't deliver cultural competency, but we can certainly point you in the right direction. There are many people that do this, and it will be different in each region. So if you're not sure where to go, absolutely flick us an email and we can point you in the right direction.
Great. Yes, I'm sure everyone will be off. If they haven't already registered for a New Zealand business number, they'll be off doing their homework tonight. Yeah. Yeah, I did pop the link through to the website where you can register for one of those if you haven't already, is in the chat box. Great. All right. Well, I will hand back to Angela from Digital Boost.
Thanks, Elizabeth, and thanks, Mel, and do pass on our thanks to Claire as well for joining us with her tight schedule. We really appreciate her making the time to be involved. Thank you to our audience who have joined us here on this webinar, and we've also been live streaming to Facebook, LinkedIn and YouTube, so thanks to those who have joined us live on those platforms. If you do forget anything at all from this conference, you can reach out to our Connected Employment Liaison Advisors, who you'll see on the screen their contact details there. And they will then end up pointing you in the right direction of somebody who's joined us for this conference. So if you really get stuck and you forget everything, head over to Connected and they will point you in the right direction. In terms of Digital Boost and us supporting here, again, COVID really has impacted the way we do business. So we've got great government funding behind us to help that transition into a digital world. So if you're a business who needs some support with that, and our partners that have joined us in this conference also advocate for helping you figure out what your digital transformation journey looks like. So please do join us over on the Digital Boost education platform. Take advantage of the free resources that are there to help your business grow and get that online presence and get connected with with the other businesses out there and start, I guess, gaining those efficiencies as well, freeing up some of that time to make that growth phase really count while you can. We've got Checkable, which is our new diagnostic tool. Again, it's another free resource that is available to help you take stock of and analyse where you are currently at with your digital transformation and help just take that one next step. All right, team, thank you so much for joining us again. Mel, Elizabeth, it's been wonderful to have you with us. We would encourage our audience to join any other sessions that may be relevant to their current business journey. We've got a few sessions this afternoon. Digital Boost is up next with an in-depth look about what we do offer. We've got Amotai joining us later this afternoon, also supporting Maori and Pacifica business, and then New Zealand Trade and Enterprise joining us at 4 p.m, who are helping those who are looking at exporting with some of their business services and goods. And then we've got more sessions coming up tomorrow and on Thursday, so I would encourage you just to head over to the Connected website, have a wee look at what's on offer throughout the conference and register for any sessions that may be relevant to you and your business. Great. Thanks so much again for joining us this afternoon. We'll see you in future sessions. Thanks, team.